Elon Musk is a man who has done a lot of things in his life, for better or for worse. But one of the things that no one can deny is that he is a visionary in regards to seeing how the world should work and working hard on various levels and companies to go and achieve that vision. A great example of this is with his Neuralink brand, because with this item and its offspring, he is hoping to go and push the bounds of the human mind to try and take humanity to the next level. Allow us to show you the incredible technology that Neuralink is developing. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6. What is Neuralink? Given that Elon Musk is working on many things all at once, you would be fine in not remembering exactly what Neuralink and its corporation is as a whole, so we'll give you a breakdown of it. Neuralink Corporation is a neurotechnology company developing implantable brain-machine interfaces, BMIs, and founded by Elon Musk and others. The company's headquarters in San Francisco. The company was launched in 2016 and was first publicly reported in March 2017. Since its founding, the company has hired several high-profile neuroscientists from various universities. By July of 2019, it had received $158 million in funding, of which $100 million was from Musk, and was employing a staff of 90 employees. At that time, Neuralink announced that it was working on a sewing machine-like device capable of implanting very thin threads into the brain, and demonstrated a system that reads information from a lab rat via 1,500 electrodes. They had anticipated starting experiments with humans in 2020, but have since moved that projection to 2021. It also should be noted that Elon Musk's wife Grimes not only is up for said procedure, but was trying to get rapper Lil Uzi Vert into the program as well. So make of that what you will. Number 5. Intent of these devices. So with its creation became a need to go and truly define what it is, and just as importantly, what it isn't. Yes, you can put devices into the human brain, but what are you going to do with them? Well, in April of 2017, Neuralink announced that it was aiming to make devices to treat serious brain diseases in the short term, with the eventual goal of human enhancement, sometimes called transhumanism. Musk has said his interest in the idea partly stemmed from the science fiction concept of neural lace and the fictional universe in The Culture, a series of 10 novels by Iain M. Banks. Musk defined the neural lace as a digital layer above the cortex that would necessarily imply extensive surgical insertion, but ideally an implant through a vein or artery. Musk explained that the long-term goal is to achieve symbiosis with artificial intelligence, which he perceives as an existential threat to humanity if it goes unchecked. No, really, Elon Musk is not the biggest fan of unchecked AI, even starting up a non-profit to go and ensure that humanity is well versed in what AI can do if unchecked. But with the idea of his neural lace being able to go and treat certain brain diseases is fascinating to say the least, because in truth, these kind of diseases are the hardest or downright impossible to treat fully and completely. Just think about Alzheimer's or bipolar disorder and so on. If Neuralink could help prevent that, wouldn't you be interested in trying it out? Exactly. Number 5. The presentation. In 2019, during a live presentation at the California Academy of Sciences, the Neuralink team revealed to the public the technology of the first prototype that they had been working on. It is a system that involves ultra-thin probes that will be inserted into the brain, a neurosurgical robot that will perform the operations, and a high-density electronic system capable of processing information from neurons. It is based on technology developed at UCSF and UC Berkeley. The probes, composed mostly of polyamide, a biocompatible material with a thin gold or platinum conductor, are inserted into the brain through an automated process performed by a surgical robot. Each probe consists of an area of wires that contains electrodes capable of locating electrical signals in the brain, and a sensory area where the wire interacts with an electronic system that allows amplification and acquisition of the brain signal. Each probe contains 48 or 96 wires, each of which contains 32 independent electrodes, making up a system of 3,072 electrodes per formation. Number 4. The robot. Neuralink also says they have developed a robot capable of rapidly inserting many flexible probes into the brain, which may avoid the problems of tissue damage and longevity associated with larger and more rigid probes. The robot is capable of inserting up to 6 wires, 192 electrodes per minute. What's more, they designed the robot to not worry about people upon seeing it. While the patient may not be awake to see the machine in action, it was still important to design a non-intimidating robot that can aesthetically live alongside the iconic machines in Musk's portfolio, the company explains in a press release. It also needed to meet a long list of medical requirements in terms of sterility and maintenance and provide safe and seamless utilization for its operators. The Neuralink robot also has a body that humped rear assembly, which includes all the parts responsible for the motion of the robot as it sets up for the procedure. The third element is the base, which basically keeps the whole thing from tipping over and apparently also contains the computing brains of the brain bot itself. So it's a pretty interesting robot for a very interesting age of technology. Number 3, even more electronics. Neuralink has developed an application-specific integrated circuit to create a 1,536-channel recording system. This system consists of 256 amplifiers capable of being individually programmed, analog pixels, analog to digital converters, within the help of the ADCs, a peripheral circuit control to sterilize the digitized information obtained. It aims to convert information obtained from neurons into an understandable binary code in order to achieve greater understanding of brain function and the ability to stimulate these neurons back. Currently, electrodes are still too big to record the firing of individual neurons, so they can record only the firing of a group of neurons. Neuralink representatives believe this issue might get mitigated algorithmically, but is computationally expensive and does not produce exact results. In July of 2020, according to Musk, Neuralink obtained an FDA breakthrough device designation, which allows limited human testing under the FDA guidelines for medical devices. Number 2, the critics. So, here's the thing. While it is 100% true that Elon Musk has proven many times over that he can deliver what he promises in part or in full, again, just look at SpaceX or Tesla for this, he also has a habit of going and overhyping things in order to go and get people as excited as he is for the potential of his devices. The problem with this is that he makes his claims seem almost sci-fi, and for Neuralink especially, he's had a lot of critics calling him out on just that. For example, while Neuralink has made progress on certain levels, critics state that he is far from the vast promises of curing brain diseases and other ailments. Plus, technological limits as a whole in regards to the world and not Musk team only are going to restrict what is possible with his Neuralink setup. There are many who are also worried about the potential human experiments coming up because if they go wrong, people are going to get hurt. Seriously hurt, in fact. Number 1, can Neuralink deliver what it promises? That is the question that many are asking when it comes to Neuralink and its products, because when it comes to the various things that Elon has done with his company, it is impressive, but it hasn't lived up to the hype as of yet. Could that change? Absolutely. But will it? Well, that remains to be seen. Not unlike with Tesla, it might take years for the right technology to come along to make his dream of integration come to life. Or it could be something that he figures out sooner rather than later. It is oftentimes foolish to underestimate Elon Musk, as he is one of the most successful and richest men in the world after all, but on this one, you would have to be wise at least to be cautious about all that he has promised. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Neuralink and how Elon Musk is trying to push the bounds of human and technological interfacing even further than before? Do you think that he'll actually be able to pull this off? Or is this yet another Elon Musk dream project that'll only get partially done? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.